3 AI-powered tools PMI has launched that will literally blow your mind as a project manager. And if you are preparing for the PMP exam, one of them is going to be an actual gold mine for your exam preparation. Let's get started. So PMI, which is the Project Management Institute and the custodians for some of the most valued project management certifications in the world, has quietly launched some AI-powered tools and resources that could fundamentally not only upskill you as a project manager, but also help you prepare for your PMP certification exam. And I guarantee that 95% of project managers or PMP exam aspirants don't even know that these tools exist, right? So make sure you watch the full video to stay up to speed. Now, if you have been following the AI revolution in project management, you have been probably experimenting with the platforms like ChatGPT, Claude, or Microsoft Copilot for your daily project management tasks. I have already made a few videos on my YouTube channel explaining how I am using generative AI to improve my productivity as a project manager in day-to-day project management, okay? However, in this video, let's learn a few resources which PMI has made available to you as project managers to help you upskill yourself. And most importantly, all these tools are free to access, okay? You just need to have a PMI account linked to one of your email IDs, and that's it. And most importantly, I have saved the best for the last, okay? The AI-powered tool from PMI, which will help you to prepare and crack the PMP exam. Let's get started. So the first tool or the resource that we are going to discuss would be something that will help you both to learn about the evolving AI landscape in project management and also, on the other hand, earn PDUs or professional development units for your PMP certification renewal if you are already PMP certified, okay? So let me give you a practical demonstration of this resource. Now, to access this one, guys, what you need to do is you need to go to this website, okay? projectmanagement.com. So that is a satellite website for PMI.org, okay? So when you go here, you need to go to this section called the webinars and events, okay? And if you click on this link, which is on-demand webinars, you will be able to access all the webinars that PMI has hosted, both live and pre-recorded over the last 6 to 7 years. So that is quite a huge repository of webinars. Now, a very important thing to note is before you do that and before you access this link, you need to be logged in within PMI.org with your user account, okay? So if you see here, I am logged in within PMI.org with my user account. Now, if you scroll down here, okay, and you will be able to find a section called artificial intelligence, okay, and you click on this one. And also, most importantly, since this resources that we are discussing as part of the video are free resources, you need to click on this filter, which is access for free, okay? Now, what that will give you is a list of, let's say, 42 webinars that you see on screen that could be used by you, first of all, to sort of learn and understand the entire artificial intelligence bit around project management, and also nicely to earn PDUs if you are using these webinars to renew your PMP certification. So for this first one, if you see, that's a quite recent one. It was held in August 2025. And if you watch this webinar on screen, you will be having one PDU added to your overall renewal cycle, okay? So that's a 1 hour course or 1 hour webinar, and you get 1 PDUs out of it, okay? Now, having said that, few of the webinars are quite introductory or promo type webinars. So for those, you do not have any PDUs assigned to it, but you can still go ahead and watch those webinars. So another one here, Project Headway, what AI cannot do for project managers. Very important. I think one of my YouTube videos also discusses about this topic of why human project managers are
still very much required within the industry, even if AI is sort of theoretically taking over the entire industry landscape of project management. So again, if you watch this webinar, you will be able to get 1 PDU out of this webinar. So if you go on this link, let's see what we have here. Okay, so you can skip this one and come here. So this is the screen from which your webinar will be starting. So you might not skip any part of the webinar because that will affect your PDU renewal. Okay, so you need to watch the entire webinar from start to end. And the most important thing is, if you scroll down here, this gives you the details of the PDUs that you will be accruing as part of watching this webinar. So if you see here, across any certification that you hold from the PMI suite, you will be able to accrue 1 PDU for the business acumen domain. Okay, and that is the important bit which you will need when you renew the PDU, let's say on your PMI dashboard. Okay, so not only these webinars will help you understand that how AI is evolving within the PMI landscape and what sort of PMI is having as a school of thought when it comes to AI in project management, but also it will help you to earn these PDUs, which might help you to sort of get up to speed with respect to the recent developments that are happening in the AI world for the project management domain. Okay, another one here, it's 1 PDU, AI for impact, applying PM skills to drive social good. Okay, and the list goes on and on. If you see here, so there is a list of 42 webinars as of date when I am shooting this video. Now moving on, PMI will be keeping on adding stuff, both free and premium. Okay, so the premium stuff you can access if you are a PMI member. If that's not the case, you can still go ahead and watch those free webinars with a basic PMI account for which you do not need any subscription. Okay, so that will sort of help you with this first bit of the video, which is to use PMI's website and online webinar resources to, number one, help you with earning PDUs, and number two, get you up to speed with respect to the entire AI landscape in project management and what is PMI school of thought about this entire thing.
Okay, so if you are liking the video, guys, please press the like button and subscribe to this channel. It will mean a lot to me. Also, in case you want me to help you learn the core fundamentals of project management, I would recommend that you check out my Project Management Basics course on Udemy. It covers all the foundational elements in project management which you need to know to become a successful project manager. Reviews from the students has been excellent, and since I have partnered with Udemy to offer this course to you, if you use the link in the description section of this video, you might be able to grab a good discount for the course as well. So make sure you check it out. Right, so next, the second AI resource PMI has in store for you: free self-paced trainings on topics of AI in project management. Let's see how to access those.
Right, so for this one, what you need to do is, first you need to go to this website pmi.org, which is the main website of PMI, because the previous one that we saw, that was like a satellite website of PMI, but this is the main PMI website. And once you access that, you might want to log in first. So I will use my credentials to log in. So that's all logged in. And once you are within the PMI dashboard, you go to this learning section and you click on this section called Explore by Topic and Artificial Intelligence. Okay, now once you click here, what you will see is there are a lot of free trainings which are part of your e-learning courses, which PMI has made available to you, of course, for free, right? So first one, I did this training a while back. It's quite nice training. I would recommend that you get this training done. It is quite important for you as a project manager, and also important for you to stay up to speed with respect to the entire AI landscape in project management, which is talking to AI, prompt engineering for project managers. I use the learnings from this module in a lot of daily tasks that I do with Claude, with ChatGPT, with Microsoft Copilot, which I have explained across my other videos. So nice training to have. Another one, it's a free training, practical application of generative AI for project managers, which helps you to strategically combine AI tools, understanding prompt techniques, and also implementing few of the automation workflows that we have discussed as part of the previous videos, right? Another one, it's also free, generative AI overview for project managers, okay, which helps you to gain a basic understanding of generative AI. Now, if you are a member, you have a bit more advantage, so you can get into these trainings as well. Which is a data landscape for Gen AI in project management, AI in infrastructure and construction projects. So these are some added advantage if you are already a PMI member, because mind it, if you are preparing for the PMP exam and if you have already purchased a PMI membership whilst you are preparing for the PMI exam, it might make sense to ride on that membership window and get these trainings done as well. Okay. However, if you are not a member, it is very, very sensible that you get at least these 3 trainings done, okay, which are currently available for free on PMI's website. Now let's check one thing, whether these trainings also provides you with PDUs or not. So I'm not too sure about that. Oh wow, that's really good. Okay, so if you see here, this training is $0. Okay, so it's for free, and it also gives you 3 PDUs, right? Isn't that wonderful? That's what I checked right now. Okay, I was not knowing about this fact. So it's really a cherry on top, isn't it, that you are able to learn this entire training about how to do prompt engineering using AI for free, and also in that procedure you get 3 PDUs for your renewal cycle. And here you will see the breakdown of the PDUs as well, right? It gives 1 PDU for business acumen, 2 PDUs for way of working, and there are like relevant links which you need to access if you want to learn how to earn and track PDUs, right? So it's $0, guys. It's a no-brainer. You should get it done. And I do believe the other trainings as well will also provide you with PDUs. Let's quickly check that as well. Okay, so practical application of generative AI. So that is 5 PDUs, and that's a quite intensive course, guys. If I say it's 5 hours course, gives you 5 PDUs, and it sort of provides you with details in terms of and as the previous training, this also provides you with the details of the PDU breakdown here as well. Okay, so summarizing, the second resource which you can use from PMI's vault to help you prepare for AI in project management, and also help you become a better project manager, get these free trainings done. It is at least 5 to 6 hours of training, free training that you get from the Gold Standard Institute in Project Management, which is Project Management Institute. Okay, so I would highly encourage you to review this section of PMI and get those trainings done as part of your continuous learning and development.
Right, so finally the AI powered tool from PMI, which will help you to prepare for your PMP exam. PMI's own interactive mock simulator for the PMP exam, which is based on the ChatGPT generative AI platform. Let me show you how to access the same and use it most efficiently to prepare for your PMP exam. Fasten your seatbelts and let's get the discussion started.
Right, now to access that tool, what you need to do is you need to go to www.pmi.org, go to certifications and go to PMP. Now once you are on the PMP page, you scroll down and you go to this section, which is called how to prepare for the PMP exam. Okay, and which is section 4 here, study for the exam. You go to PMP exam prep resources, and the mind-blowing bit, if you scroll to the right hand side, you will be able to see this part, okay, which is the online tool, and it's a PMP exam simulator which helps you test your knowledge and readiness for the PMP exam with the 175 practice exam questions. Now when you click that, it takes you to the ChatGPT platform, and the custom GPT which PMI has created for this exam simulator is called PMI Infinity. You see that it is copyrighted by the Project Management Institute. And let's say if you first start with the part that, okay, you want to know that, okay, how does this simulator work? So you click on that, okay. So it will give you a detail in terms of how this simulator works, which is quite fascinating. And I would recommend you, if you want to pause the screen here, you go through this section which GPT has responded to me with, and what I will ask GPT now that, yes, let's start with question 1. Okay, let's start with that. So now what this custom GPT will do is start a practice session with me. So let's solve a few questions, and I think we can treat this as part of a Q&A session for PMP exam preparation as well, right? If you are preparing for the exam. So question number 1, a key stakeholder insists on adding new requirements during the execution phase of a project. The project manager reviews the request and realizes it will increase the scope and cost but will provide minimal business value. What should the project manager do next? First of all, approve the request to maintain a good relationship. Okay, of course it's incorrect. Submit the change request to the change control board for review. Possibly. Let's hold this option for a second. Reject the request since it provides little business value. Again, it is like a very autonomous decision which probably you cannot take as a project manager. You also need to include the change control board for reviewing that request. Okay, and option D, discuss the impact with the stakeholder and guide them through a formal change control process. Now that is a very close option between option B and option D. Okay, now of course I can eliminate option A and option C. Now if you study option B and D very closely, option B is saying that you first submit the change request to the change control board for review. However, option D is suggesting that discuss the impact with stakeholder and guide them through the formal change control process. Now, I will go with option D as the correct answer, and the reason behind that is before you submit a change request to the change control board, you need to have the impact of the change ready with you, right? Otherwise, what will you document in that change request, which is a formal, let's say, document or a project artifact that is going to the change control board. Okay, it can't go something very open-ended. It has to be a closed-ended and well assessed document. Okay, so the correct answer to this question is option D. Okay, so I will write back to the GPT that my answer is option D, and let's see what it has got to say to that. And it's correct. Okay, and importantly, it provides you the rationale for option B as well, right? Which is, as you see, exactly what we have discussed, that it is an incomplete but very close answer choice because the PM should first ensure the stakeholder understands the impact before escalating. Okay, very important. Now the nice part about this custom GPT is that you might do some interactive sessions with this GPT as well if you are not too sure about an answer to a question. Okay, or if you are not too sure about the option. So for example, if I need a bit more detail in terms of understanding that why option B is incorrect, I will write to this interactive tool that I understand that option B is incorrect. However, can you explain to me in a bit more detail to help me understand why option B is incorrect and why option D is the correct answer choice. Okay, and let's see what it returns. Yeah, right. So you see, and this is the power of this tool, guys, and it's a free tool, and I was sort of quite impressed when I found out this tool which PMI has made to help aspirants like you prepare for the PMP exam, and it gives you a very detailed explanation now between the two very close answer choices. Okay, and it even asks you a follow-up question that would you like it to give you a real world example to make this even more tangible. Now this can go on and on, right? So just to close the discussion, let's say okay, I understand. Now let's go to question number 2. Okay, so it will now give you question number 2. Okay, and that's question number 2. And as part of a fun exercise, please write in the comment section below what you would think would be the answer to this question. Okay, and what is your rationale to that, and I will sort of hide my answer within the comment section of this video. So that could be a fun exercise. Okay, so I will not ask ChatGPT to give the answer to this question. I will give the answer to this question myself, and that will be somewhere hidden within the comment section of this YouTube video. So in summary, a brilliant tool, guys, which you would definitely would like to use if you are preparing for the PMP exam. It gives you not only 175 questions right from PMI's vault for free to practice. However, the best part of using generative AI for your your PMP exam preparation is that it is real time helping you to understand your problems or your issues in terms of selecting the right answer choice or the wrong answer choice, right? We saw a live example right here where if I was not too sure for question number 1 that whether it was option B or option D, and I have asked that question to the GPT, it has given me a very nice and detailed response helping me to clarify that doubt. So please go ahead and use this tool, and I wish you all the best for your PMP exam.
Well, I hope that was helpful, guys, okay? Please use these resources and let me know in the comment section below what was your experience, okay? And I will see you in the next video.